My name's Jalise. Welcome to the JJ Movie Games, everybody. Now I'm giving you my worst to best Vampire Diaries seasons. This is the ranking of all the seasons, season 1 through 8. And here's the thing, everybody. I do not hate a single season of any of the Vampire Diaries. I believe they're either okay to amazing. I don't think there's a single bad season. So if you want to trash upon Vampire Diaries and say it's one of the crappiest TV shows of all time, then don't see this video. But to me, I love this show. One of my favorite TV shows of all time is, I think it's on my top 5. Tied with the originals. So, Vampire Diaries. Less the highs and lows. Let's go to the least. My least favorite season. Least favorite season, season 8. Why is this my least favorite season? I'll give you one word to describe it. Inconsistency. Here's the thing what happens during this entire problem of this entire season. There's a lot of bad writing. You have like one episode where a newly turned vampire teenager, just like how Caroline was turned into a vampire during her teenage years. One vampire teenage girl is turned. Caroline says she'll be there for her, teach her the ways. And less than a day later, and I'm talking about the weeks that we've seen the Vampire Diaries, we're talking about a day later in the timeline of Vampire Diaries, the character is killed off. And Caroline is nowhere to be seen. They make illogical choices during the season. That right there showed Caroline as a bad character, which she never would have happened for this entire show. I find that bad writing. Know what I also find bad writing? The main villain of this, Arcadius, the devil, the king of hell, is killed by his own bone. Literally, Stefan and Damon have a dagger that it was forged by, they made a knife dagger that is forged out of the bone of the devil. And when Stefan and Damon use this to kill the devil, it does not affect, it kills him, but hell is still around. Okay, know who rules hell? Catherine, the 500-year-old vampire. We seen her return in the series finale. Why? Why not Sybil? Why not Silas? You know, older villains. Why Catherine? Because she's the biggest bitch of them all. Yes, we enjoy that, but she's the queen of hell. Okay. What's her total end game? To burn Mystic Falls to the ground. And for her to... Here's the thing again. In order to kill... Because since the characters thought, you know what, since we killed Cade with his own bone, why don't we dig up Catherine's bone, make a dagger of it, and kill her with it. For her, it doesn't kill her, just sends her back to hell and to be resurrected again. Why? Why does that work? But how does she not die from it, but Arcadius does? It's stupid. And people say this is nitpicking. No, when it goes to the storyline, it is a big deal. These little moments connect to everything. Another thing, season 8, episode 3, when they use the staff of Arcadius to knock out Sybil the Siren. Later on in future episodes, Bonnie's affected by this staff, but it's not affecting her by then. During that same episode, Enzo has his humanity off. Stefan snaps Enzo's neck, lock him away in the armory so they could turn on back his humanity on. Damon gets off the car slowly, and they don't attack him. They just say, Damon, you're free of the siren right now. You could be free of her. You're free of her. You don't have to follow her and stuff. And he's like, sorry, brother. I gotta do what she got to do. And he doesn't even slowly speeds away. Nope, he gets in his car slowly and drives away. And Stefan and Caroline just let him go. And you know what happened at the end of the episode? He kills Tyler Lockwood. They bring back a main character from season 1 just to kill him off in under like 5 minutes. Just to say, Damon's irredeemable again. He's done bad stuff. And so this entire season is just a lot of throwback shit from the entire series. And not trying to build its own storyline to make it credible. Sybil and the Sirens were awesome. They were good. But the fact is they just rinse and repeat. Damon does bad things. No humanity off Damon. Did bad things. Killed a lot of people. Feels guilty about it. Stefan turns off his humanity. Bad things. Feels guilty. Makes up for it at the end. Did I like the finale? Yes, I did. But overall, season 8, a lot of inconsistencies with this season, and season 8 is my least favorite season of Vampire Diaries. Number 8, season 8, and I'm going to give it a B-. Yes, an 8 out of 10. I can't give it no higher than that. I tried. Number 7, I'm going to give to Vampire Diaries season 6. Wait, this is the one where Elena leaves. No, why isn't this higher? 1. Because this season was a soap opera season of Vampire Diaries. Vampire Diaries had its little soap opera feel, you know, three-way love triangle crap and all that stuff. But it also had a lot of great supernatural element to it. This season was pure soap opera. Pure soap opera. Damon is dead. Elena is acting hard to forget all her memories of Damon. And you know what happens during this entire season for their relationship? She has to rediscover her love of him. So all the lovey-dovey moments that we've seen for them, again, she has to rediscover her love for Damon again. Caroline and Stefan are having friendship issues and to turn into more relationship issues. This season was full of drama, soap opera drama, a lot. And for the first half, it was very soap opera-y. And granted, we had Kai, who was one of the best villains of Vampires, to help us all this stuff, all these gag moments and all that stuff. And if you're a teenage girl, you're probably going to love this stuff. And yes, I do like love interest and love. And yes, I like to see love with characters and all that stuff. But when you're dealing with a series that had done for 6 dang years, and you're rediscovering the love of two characters that you've seen this since the beginning, most fangirls are like, oh, we rediscovered it. While most guys are like, yeah, we've seen this already. Can you just get back together? Zoom by it? Nope, they don't do that. Kai was an interesting character. Loved his arc as a villain. Liked Jordan and Lark's relationship together. Really enjoyed those two. And the finale was simply amazing. And what I liked about the second half of this season was the Bond's family with Caroline and her mother. I love that. I love Stefan and Damon and Lily's relationship right there. They introduced Stefan and Damon's mother. Love it. Really brings the family dynamic back into the Vampire Diaries. And when it does that, when Vampire does bring back the whole supernatural feel and the family love and the family interest and the bonds of the family, this show is never greater. And so for that, season 6, I'm going to give it a high B+. I'm 8.7 out of 10. I really enjoyed the season, but overall, not my favorite season of the Vampire Diaries. Number 6, Vampire Season 5. Why is this season so high? And well, not so high, but why is it on the list on this ranking? Well, for one, I love the whole Silas Katesh storyline. Love to see Paul Wesley as a villain. Love the whole Mara storyline with this. Augustine Vampires, the introduction of Enzo. That's awesome. Katrin as human. Amazing. Her daughter, Nadia Petrova, introduced to this show. Awesome. I love this season at the beginning. It was so good. Then, after a certain character dies, they introduce the Traveler storyline. And guess what? Damon and Elena's relationship, they break up. I love the beginning of the relationship in the season 5. And then they break up. Damon feels bad for some of the stuff he's done. Doesn't really you don't deserve me. Is to stop loving me? I can't. What the fuck? More relationship drama between Damon and Elena. And yes, we get a TV show. Yes, we get a soap opera. But you don't need to always have this relationship drama to keep it fresh. I was enjoying it when they were just together, having these cute little moments together. That was good. Progress in the relationship. But no more relationship drama. We break up. Why do I love him? Why do we still need to be together? Just really drains this entire show. And the Travelers are the worst villains of the Vampire Diaries. What did they want? They wanted a home. So they decided to get rid of ancestral magic. Okay. Could have picked a very villain and Marcos. I like the Augustine Vampire stuff. I like Silas and all that other stuff. But season 5 started off strong, good. And even though the season finale was awesome, but the whole Traveler storyline was, And what I also liked about the season was the beginning of Caroline and Stefan's relationship. So overall, Vampire Season 5, I'm going to give it a high B+ as well. I liked it slightly better than Season 6. Slightly. But overall, a lot of entertaining stuff. And the reason why I put this over Season 6, because not too much relationship drama. Relationship drama was always throughout, from the beginning to the end of Season 6. Vampire Season 5 is the second half, so I'm going to give this an 8.8 out of 10. Vampire Season 5, really enjoyed the season. Number 5, I'm going to give this Vampire Season 4. What's to love about it? Elena's transition to a vampire. I loved it. Her actually making a final choice between Damon and Stefan, the three-way love triangle, is over. That's a clap right there. She finally chose Damon. Granted, we had to deal with the whole I'm imprinted on you, or imprinted, that's a Twilight thing. I'm sorry to you. I'm sorry to Damon. That's why I feel so much to him. Nope. She officially chooses Damon. Happy about that. Love the Hunter stuff. Love the introduction to the Cure storyline. Love how the originals play out during this season. What I don't like is just how the originals leave and Matt and Rebecca's relationship doesn't really need to be brought up. And then Catherine and not Catherine, Catherine and Elijah's relationship. I mean, there was so much relationship drama for this entire show that it was kind of like uneven, like just making the season a little bit uneven, just because we had a lot of supernatural stuff to go along with it, with the whole Cure storyline and introduction, a little bit of Silas, not showing who's real, his real face. Overall, I enjoyed the season. I thought it had a great supernatural feel to it, and the beginning was very strong, and the middle was kind of rocky, but overall, I really do enjoy the season. I really do. They had a great supernatural feel to it, and they kind of block out some of the romantic freaking issues that are just really bringing down the series for me. But then again, that's what the show is about, love interest. But they really went forward for this one. All these couples, Caroline and Klaus, Caroline and Tyler, Tyler with Haley technically, Tyler with Caroline, Haley with Klaus, Rebecca and Matt, Rebecca and Stefan, Damon and Elena, Stefan and Elena. Do I really need to get any more? Did Bonnie have a relationship, love interest? Maybe Bonnie and Jeremy a tiny bit? Tiny? Catherine and Elijah? As you can see how many I just named right there, they were doing a whole dream circle to with all this shit. But overall, remember season 4, 9 out of 10. I think give it an A- because a lot of supernatural stuff to it was great and awesome. So yeah, remember season 4, number 5. Number 4, I'm going to give to Remember season 1. This started off the Vampire Diaries. This introduced us to the vampires. How vampires turn. How they're transitioned into it. Can you feed on human blood? Animal blood. The beginning of how the brothers became vampires was awesome. The flashback sequences were awesome. Catherine coming in the season finale. Awesome. Elena as a character was awesome at the beginning. I really felt for this girl that lost her parents and tried to move on with her life and introduced into this new supernatural world was awesome. Love Bonnie Bennett. Love the witches. Could not stand Caroline during this season, but I did enjoy her later on. This season, didn't really enjoy her, but I really couldn't stand Caroline. I kind of wanted her dead in the first couple episodes. Later on, I grew to like her. So yeah, remember season 1, a lot of great introduction. Yes, there was some bad acting at the beginning of the show, but that's because the chemistry with actors wasn't really there. So when you take off the training, when you get off the running shoes, and it's like a brand new shoes. You gotta wear them for a bit till you get used to them, and then you're gold. So even though it had like a little bit of rocky start, but that's expected for season 1, this season was awesome. 9.2 out of 10, A- season. Vampire season 1, number 4. And my third favorite is Vampire season 7. I know a lot of people disagree with me on this, but you know why I love the season? They had this thing of flash forwards and the whole flash forwards and a little bit of flashbacks. And this thing kind of guessing of like what happened in 3 years from now. What happened with Elena gone? Who's the person that's hunting Stefan? Why is he marked? What I love about this entire season right here, the Bond family with Lily and her brother, Lily and her 2 sons, Stefan and Damon. The relationship with all 3 of each other was awesome. The heretics were not, to me, villains. They were just as our characters. They are both murderous vampires. They've both done evil things. And overall, a lot of characters progressed. Matt was showing him to be a cop, being a leader as an adult. Bonnie was trying to protect Mystic Falls, and her relationship with Damon, Alaric, and Stefan was awesome. Her relationship with Enzo was amazing. Loved their love interest in this one. The heretics were awesome. Backstory with Valerie and Stefan. Loved it. Loved the whole Reina Cruz storyline, the Julian storyline, the heretic storyline. I loved it. This season was the bonds of family. Damon, one of my favorite episodes of this entire show was Damon going back into the whole, did he love his mother, and going back and forwards with the whole Civil War drama. You know what I'm talking about if you know that episode. And this entire scene dealt with the Bond family with both Damon, Stefan, and her mother Lily. Caroline had a relationship drama with Stefan, but overall it was good. It greatly progressed, and her to have kids was awesome. Yes, Caroline has kids. I ain't explain how, but she has kids, and it just really brings the Bond family more, along with Alaric, and how Alaric eventually finds happiness during the season, which he definitely freaking deserved. So, Vampire season 7 had a lot of great moments to it. I love the Bond family. I love every single episode. To me was like a cliffhanger. You just want to watch. You want to watch every single episode, and it was good. Vampire Diaries was amazing. Season 7 was amazing because Nina Dobrev left. I'm gonna say that. Elena, You don't need a great show just to have her around. You just need to focus on two characters, Damon and Stefan, and their bonds with each other. It's so refreshing to see these two characters together when they're not blinded or when they're not in between a love interest. And the bottom of the family prevails. Season 7, number 3, 9.3 out of 10. A- season as well. Just a little bit, there was just some things I did not enjoy about the season. But overall, season 7, a lot of praise towards the season. Loved it. Number 2, Vampire Season 3, The War Against the Originals. Klaus is here, and he's here to stay. He's wreaking havoc against our Mystic Falls gang. Elena is trying to get Stefan back. Damon's trying to get his brother back. The whole thing of the original family, introduction of Rebecca, Cole, Michael, Esther. Awesome storyline. A great finale with Elena dying at the end and transitioning into a vampire. Fucking fantastic. A phenomenal ending for this great season. This season just dealt with our characters, the Mystic Falls gang, being stuck around with this original universe, the origins of how the vampires were created, the original family of vampires, and just overall this mixture of all these characters just blending in with these original characters was awesome. So just a great mixture of the originals and the Mystic Falls gang joining together in one season was awesome, and I loved it. 9.4 out of 10. It's an A season. And my favorite season of the Vampire Diaries, and this is including the originals, this is ultimately my favorite season of both the series. Vampire Diaries Season 2. Why do I love this season? Katrin comes back with vengeance. Breaks Damon's heart, makes Caroline into a vampire, stabs Stefan. There's only so much she does. I love the Masquerade episode. Loved it. Introduction of the originals with Elijah coming for Elena. The ultimate sacrifice, and Klaus. A tiny little backstory of Klaus. The sacrifice. Introduction to the werewolves. The Moonstone storyline. Loved it. Action-packed. Awesome. Some great family moments. Some great relationship moments. It wasn't like too far stretched. They had some real repercussions for relationships when it's just a really, really great season. I want to give it an A+. I seriously do want to give the season an A+. But something just holds me back from wanting the season to be an A+. But overall, every single character was awesome. Every single character had a progression, and every single one was doing great. Bonnie was trying to save Elena. Caroline was trying to see how she could focus on being a vampire, her relationship with her mother finding out that she's a vampire, Tyler being a werewolf. Loved it. Matt dealing with the relationship drama of Caroline finding out that she's a vampire and getting really messed up about it. Damon and Stefan trying to protect Elena. Their backstories with Katrin a lot more, and overall, every single episode was simply nearly amazing. So overall, Vampire Season 2 is my favorite season of Vampire Diaries. So that is my least favorite season of the Vampire Diaries. The rankings, if you want to call it, from Season 1 to Season 8. You all know my opinion. So yeah, Vampire Season 2, easily my favorite season of Vampire Diaries. Sorry if it said Vampire Diaries Season 8, but overall, Vampire Season 2, easily my favorite season of Vampire Diaries. And I just love the Vampire Diaries. Let me know what y'all think, everyone. Now that this series is over, what is your own least favorite season, worst to best season of Vampire Diaries? Soon I'll be doing a top 10 characters of Vampire Diaries. Let me know what y'all think, everyone. Subscribe if you like, disagree down the bottom, leave comment down below, let me know, respect my opinion, respect yours. My name's Lee, signing off for everybody.